Okay, well, wonderful people. This is Betty Nyaka, and today I'm your host, definitely. And I sat down and to think about things that are affecting our marriages. And you find that we have this topic that has been mostly avoided by majority of people, and that is about sex. You find that the reason as to why you're married, why I was married, why my guest over here maybe is married, I don't know, maybe.
I am.
So he will tell us, it's because of just one sole reason. Do you know what it is? Some call it packaging, pale mtaani. Others call it sex, if we use the common language by majority of people. And that is a topic that I've called him to address. For one, he's a marriage counselor. Secondly, he's a religious leader, that is a pastor. And I think even in churches we have issues, and I think you will handle sex into the depths. Because in church we've, do I call it holifying? We think everything is holy. When you go to praise, we think everything is paradise. Oh no, we have to talk about the storms in paradise, the storms in our marriages. And that is why he's here. And I think I should welcome him.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for welcoming me to this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel much privileged to be part and parcel of this program, and especially about the topic we're just about to discuss. I'm so much interested in this subject because it's a subject that is touching on almost everybody in church and elsewhere. And it's also a problem to so many people, because in church we have to address so many problems, like there's a lot of wife battery, there's a lot of adultery, there's a lot of fornication, there's all of that. And many pastors, without knowledge, because they really do not understand many things, sometimes we treat everything as demons. It's demonic attraction, it's demonic possession, we are exorcising demons all the time. And this is becoming a major problem, because there's something maybe we do not know, that we do not know how to do it, and we should be doing it in a particular, but we don't know how to do it. And that's why I feel it's very important to also put in my suggestion and also my advice on this whole subject, because it's very, very important. It touches on us, all of us, in church and even outside.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I think he has introduced himself well.
I'm Pastor Ngige.
Uh-huh.
I love the Lord as my personal savior, and I'm speaking this from that point of view. I'm a born-again person, and I know the subject is very important because it is spiritual, because it's God who created sex, and the fact that sex is bringing ripples in family, it means that this subject does not need to be ignored. We need to tackle it very, very well, so that married people may continue getting the joy and satisfaction that was destined by God from the beginning.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow, so I think he has introduced himself as per expectation, and I was speaking to some of the audience out there, doing field research. Yeah, with majority of my friends, and they told me maybe they would want to know what is sexuality at first. I think so. In our topic, you'll talk about sexuality.
Yeah.
You tell us what it is. Then you'll talk about sex in general.
Yeah.
Why did majority of people get married?
Okay.
Why did I get married?
Yeah.
Does everyone get sexual satisfaction? Then does everyone reach the optimum level of orgasm? We find that majority of people are married, but they are just tied to marriages just because they said I do. Some don't get satisfaction.
Yeah.
Yes, and you find that it is a problem.
Yeah.
So you find out that when the man comes home, maybe the lady maybe is angry. They are so temperamental.
Yeah.
And reason being, they didn't have enough of sex yesterday. So I think you'll address that.
Yeah.
I think the ball is in your court.
Yeah, the ball is in my court, and that's very, very much important. It's very, very important because now we are talking about a subject that is so interesting. And you said we got married because of sex and all these other things. Sex being one of the things that continue putting these two souls together, because the Bible says two shall become one. And when this subject is affected in any way, it brings ripples in the family.
Yeah.
And that is why you find that people who got married, at the time people are getting married, the hormones are too much. You know, there's a chemical of love that is released by the brain. And this chemical of love is so intense because it brings up other hormones like dopamine, other hormones like epinephrine, that makes you so mad in love. You want this person. Sometimes you even idealize this person. You say he's perfect, he has got no fault, he's got, and you know, even anybody told you that is not the right person, you say no. Because at that time there's a chemical of love that is released into the system from your brain, so that love can become so captivating, so that you can be able to love each other and even overlook any mistakes, any faults. But you know, that kind of a scenario does not continue forever. It has to take about 18 to 24 months, and then the host of hormones that are released now to bring that kind of a mood is removed. Now many people don't know how now to transit from that level to the other level, because now the love must continue. The love must continue, the passion must continue. But now when these hormones are removed, there's another way. These hormones and the dopamine that we really need is supposed to be continuing, but it's through the romantic kind of relationship. We have to introduce romance into these now relationships, so that the same dose of dopamine that used to give us joy, elation, it continues. But many people don't know that. So what they start thinking is that, after maybe 2 or 3 years, this person I thought was an angel, now look at him. I don't like him, I don't have him anymore. And then people start now looking for excuses, you know, and the context of marriage changes, because the context before there, you know, you are not married, there were no stresses that had come into this life, there were no children, there were no issues like a mortgage, there were no issues like where do we get money for this. But now the life has started now taking a different turn. So we have to look at it from a different context now. Now many people are not able to change the context. They think this woman or this man must behave the same way he was behaving, but this man is not able, because the context has changed. Yeah.
So I think you've highlighted this as a wanted.
Yes.
But yes, still I think I have picked a question from what you've said.
Yeah.
You've said that you have the infatuation stage.
Yes.
And that is, you said it is 18 to 24 months.
18 to 24 months, yes.
Yeah, so after that, what do we call the next stage? Or rather, what do you think the couple should do? Okay, after that, I want to tell you, listener, that a love relationship does not come just like that. You have to work for it. It's a work, it's a work, it's a job. And you have to work so strongly, so strenuously to maintain it and to keep that family there. Now many people don't think, they think that it's just an easy thing. It's not an easy thing, because now when we went to school, maybe we were trained on some certain disciplines, and then we were released to go and work. We were trained, but when it comes to marriage, nobody ever taught you anything. So you got to learn these things, and I'm telling you, many people are failing because they don't understand there's a work to be done. And when I talk about now the chemicals of love have gone, I also talked about something called romance. Romance is the one that is going now to make that person release a dose of dopamine again, that again will bring you into elation. The dopamine I talk about is just when somebody, like for example, when somebody is addicted to a drug, you know, there is that dopamine. You know, when you think about that thing, you think about it and you are happy. When somebody is taking drugs, when somebody is taking mirror, when somebody is taking all these kind of things, sex is also the same. When you think about it, then that dopamine is released, and then it tells you, come on, go for it, because it was nice in the beginning, go for it another time. So now, because the hormones are not doing that kind of a job now, because the body will be strained so much, it is now romance. Romance is when you start appreciating me, it's when you start loving me, it's not when you start telling me good things, congratulating me, taking me for maybe lunch, maybe buying me a new clothes, maybe coming with a gift, maybe surprising me, you know, appreciating me, and letting people know that you're beautiful. In the morning I should tell you you're beautiful, you look wow, because many people, when they come out of their homes, maybe their husband are mute and they're not telling them they're beautiful. Now who else is going to tell you? But when he tells you you're beautiful, you feel so good. Oh, your food was good. Oh,
your bread is sweet. Oh my goodness, your body is good. You know, they can even exaggerate there. Yeah, this one keeps you. It keeps the dopamine up. Okay. And now you start now getting attracted to this person again. And when that dopamine is out and is there, the love continues, just like it was supposed to continue. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. After this time, the context must change. You must not expect now the hormone just to come. You have to work for them.
Okay.
Exactly.
I got it.
Yeah.
I think even our audience there will get to understand it in depth.
Yeah.
Okay. Second question. We've talked about sexuality.
Yeah.
And in sexuality, a lot is combined.
Yes.
We have now the sexual acts.
Yes.
And when a man and a woman are involved in sex,
yeah,
you find that there is something known as orgasm. So majority of people, I heard them say, they don't know what orgasm is. And some who knows said, I've never reached orgasm.
Oh my.
So could there be hormones that are involved in orgasm? Is there a way a man should handle a woman or the vice versa that can bring about orgasm? Or rather, tell us in depth, what about it?
Well, that's a very important question, because now everything that you do, there's a climax of whatever you do. Like now we are born again. The climax is when we see the Lord come. You know, when the trumpet is blown and we are taken to heaven. That's our climax. That's what we are looking for. That's what Jesus told his disciples. Keep waiting until I come. So, and that is the thing that we are, it's the climax of our faith, when we are joined with our Creator. Now when it comes to marriage, when it comes to sex, there's that which you call orgasm. Orgasm is that peak of joy, peak of excitement, when there's a lot of hormones that are released to give you that pleasure, that joy, that passion, and you're not yourself. You know, some people, when it depends when it is too sweet, because now sometimes depending on the type of orgasm, because as we continue we're going to talk about orgasm, there are some orgasms that are not strong, but there are others that are very strong, because now orgasm is dependent on so many things, because now it is the sexual cycle has about 4 phases. Sometimes you look at a person and you're interested in that person. What happens is that now the hypothalamus, which controls all the hormones in the body, will start releasing something we call dopamine, so that you may start getting interested. And then other things like nitric oxide will be released now, you know, when you're excited, and then what they'll do, they'll go to your organ, they'll make the blood vessels relax, and then the blood is going to be pulled there, and when the blood is pulled there, the organ is erect, it starts. So when it is erect, because it cannot do the job if it's not erect. So all this is done by the work of hormones.
Okay.
And then when now the first one I said is interest, then the other one is excitement. Excitement is when all over your body, the body is preparing, it is preparing. It reaches a time we call plateau. When it reaches there, it's like now you're just about to release the tension. And you know, I say is only that about 2 emotions in the body that cannot be stopped when they start. Sneezing and orgasm. Those are 2 things that cannot be stopped. You cannot stop them.
Never known that.
Yeah, sneezing and orgasm, you cannot stop them when they reach now. Now, when you reach now that space of plateau, the next thing you're going to go is into orgasm. The orgasm is when now the hormones are released, the oxytocin is released, and the oxytocin is causing the contractions into the body. You know, sometimes it is a whole body is contracting, but mostly it's the sexual organ. It is contracting, and all the sphincters in the body. It's like now when you don't take care of your man, and they happen to get it outside there. This is when they asked to buy anything, and they are giving out the plots there, because now it is so good, it's so interesting, and you know, because now you are not yourself, because the hormones that are released now, they will even change your mood. They will even change your outlook at things. You become dumb and foolish. So now it is called orgasm. Now when after orgasm, now you're going to go into something we call resolution. This is when the body now, because of something we call adrenaline, the body will go into resolution. Now you relax now. You can even go to sleep. There are some hormones called serotonin that makes you sleep. You want to relax. You just want to be there. And you are happy because of testosterone. It's making you so bold. It's making you so confident. You see. Now,
yes, is it for both men and women?
No, it is good. Now, both of them are supposed to reach that climax.
Okay.
For men, it's called ejaculation. When the ejaculation happens is when now the body releases semen and sperms.
Okay.
Semen and sperms. The sperms are produced by the testicles of a man.
Yes.
Then they are stored in a place called epididymis.
Yes.
And then there's another point where they go. So when this time for reaches, they have already gone into that other phase. And now when orgasm come or when ejaculation come, there's a lot of contraction. Even the prostate gland of a man is contracting and is also producing a lot of semen, so that together with the sperms they are released into the woman. You see, this is again what we call is so much excitement. Now there's a problem now, because you have to be, and you see there are people who've never attained orgasm.
Yeah.
And that's a very important subject that we need to tackle. It is very true. Some people don't know what orgasm is. But with men, about 99%, they will ejaculate. With men, there's no problem. But with women, about 35%, they have not attained that orgasm. They don't know what it is.
I think it's 50%.
Yeah, sometimes it could be as high as that. Okay, they don't know. They have not attained this. No, it is just because maybe they don't have a problem. Sometimes they don't have a problem. You may not attain it if you have a problem, you see. But now what I want to say is that now, you know, orgasm is the accumulation of the nervous impulses that have been taken into the brain, and it reaches that point now of explosion. Now, if you are not prepared enough, what, for example, if you're not prepared enough, you know, when we were talking about the cycles we're talking about, what happens is that if those cycles are interrupted, maybe your body will not be ready. There's something we call bottling glands that is supposed to release some fluids into your organ as a woman, so that it becomes now penetratable. It does not remain dry. But now this one happens because of many things that are happening. Maybe this person is touching you erotically, looking at you in the eyes. You know, if you are my wife, you're looking at us, each other. I'm appreciating you. I'm stroking your hair. You can stroke it. You can pull it. You need to know the erotic areas of a woman. Once you have known the erotic areas of a woman, and once you have understood what foreplay means, because many people don't know foreplay. For men, I always say it's like a switch. You know, when the switch is put on, the man is up there, but the woman is goes slow. It's like that chuck or whatever, or jiko. You know, it goes slowly. But again, when it reaches that point, it's a point of no return. So what happens if the man is not aware how they're supposed to bring their woman into orgasm? What happens is that they ejaculate, and then they go out, they leave this woman before she has reached there, and it is so discouraging. So many people have not reached there because maybe they do not know. The husband does not know how to bring this person up. The husband maybe just came in. He just needed to take more time to foreplay with the woman so that she can reach that point. And I always say, and I tell men there, the goal of a man is to delay ejaculation until the woman has attained orgasm. She's the one who's supposed to do it first. Because if a man ejaculates before the woman has reached the orgasm, what will happen is that all the strength and all the stamina of the man will have gone. And this woman needed this body now to continue now stirring her up so that she can also reach that orgasm. So the goal of that every man is to delay. That means you have to involve your minds.
Okay.
You have to involve your mind. You have to look at your partner. You have to know that you are not there for yourself. You are there for even your wife. You think about your wife first. Now when you reach there, then when she reaches there, then you can also be able to release.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. At least you are learning. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I think you're sweating, man.
Am I sweating? Oh my.
We need to take a break, man.
It's a tough topic, but it's very interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
In fact, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Already I've learned a lot. I think by the end of the session, I'll know how to handle my man. Definitely.
We definitely need to know how to handle them, and they also need to know how to handle us. We just need to know that this is a game, and this game is supposed to give both of us into satisfaction. If we do not reach that bliss, both of us, what will happen is that many of them tomorrow will be looking for satisfaction elsewhere, and that's how many people end up losing the grip of their marriage. The man is going outside, or the woman is going outside, just because they did not get that satisfaction at home.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I think we take a break. Let's take some water and then we come back.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.